So official now, it's insane. Okay, so I was like, okay, I think one of the best experiences I had with social media was when somebody else looked at my social media and they gave me constructive criticism. And so I was like, wow, like we haven't done that in a long time. Like Carmen and I, we did that like a year ago, May. I mean, really, it's been a while since we did like this audit. And so I thought that we should talk about that, especially as it relates to branding and social media and branding and like sharing photos of like you in your life and whatever your brand's about, but also like weaving fitness in there. So like Carmen said in her message in our team chat today that she messaged somebody who does Arbonne and they were like, I already have a healthy routine, or like I already like live the lifestyle. And then she was like, well, I wouldn't have known because there's nothing on your page about it. Right. So it's like, where's the balance of like sharing so much value that's like family and courses and whatever your lifestyle is, and then also sharing the fitness side and like the health and wellness too, right? So I feel like that's like a never ending balance that we're always trying to figure out, but it's a really good thing for us to talk about and like brainstorm. I also want to say too that I feel like there's no wrong way for your business to be successful in this, right? Like you will look at like someone like a Madeline Moves or someone like that who is purely fitness and she is like so honed in and that works for her. I've found that with Beachbody and coaching, people will join me because of what I'm sharing, because I'm relatable, as well as, and because of fitness, but they're joining me because they saw that I was postpartum and they have a kid the same age, and then they feel like connected to me, right? So, how do you serve your value and also then add this in? And I feel like the more you add value, the easier it is for people to connect with you because they already trust you, right? So like yesterday, Erica shared a $12.99 sweater from Walmart, right? Well, you might not think that taking the time to share a sweater like that is meaningful because she showed style and she's talked about the price and where to get it. So now the next time somebody goes and puts on a sweater, they might say, oh shoot, I should tuck it up and wear it with a skirt like Erica did, right? So like that is adding value. So when I talk about value, it's having people think about you later, right? And that could be from a recipe, that could be that could be, whatever. Oh, grandma got you. But that's really where the value comes into play. So really quick, we can all look at our own feeds. I know if you're on your phone, that's totally fine. But if you look at your own feed right now and you see your feed, when somebody objectively comes to your page and looks at your feed, what do they see? Right? So this is such a good gut check because sometimes we think we're sharing the things we want to share, but then when we actually look at our feed, we're not, right? So like I haven't done a transformation photo in too long, like 100%. It's like you have to scroll down to see it. If you don't have a transformation photo up within like the first 9 or 12 squares, I personally think it's a problem. So like I'm in that red zone right now where it's a problem because nobody knows that I could actually like help them or that I'm like inspiring people just based on looking at my feed. So, okay. And then like, if you look at mine, I have the caption reels. If you do reels and you don't put captions in the reels, it's a miss. And you can, I don't know if you guys know when you do a reel and then you can crop the image, you guys know what I'm talking about? So you can crop the image so that you can see like that's like the facing. So I forgot to do that on my reel the other day and I was so irritated at myself. And I was like, delete it. And I was like, no, I can't delete it because I didn't have it saved. So always like put a caption on your feed so that people can read it. Because if someone's coming to your page, they see the word toddler, they see the word stay-at-home mom, they see the word results, like they see the word postpartum. And then in that, they also see me in fitness clothes, they see me in Addie, they see me working out, So, and they see me with my husband. So it's like the whole thing, right? So it's like, what are people, when you're looking at your feed objectively, and that's why I'm glad you guys shared your feeds, because sometimes it's really hard to see your own feed objectively. And like, I appreciate when Carmen and I used to do this to ourselves, like weekly. I feel like we would say, hey, check my feed, and like, what does it look like, and how's it going? Yes, the caption. So when you do a reels, I have one in drafts I can show you. And you do a caption. So you like, okay, so when you're done with your reels, all you do is say crop profile image, and then you see this and you just drag it down or whatever, wherever you want it, so you can read the entire thing, and that will show up on your grid so that someone can read that. And then just click done and then share. But it's really important so that you have that value that's being shown immediately right from someone sees your page. Okay, and then let's talk about photo editing, and then we can go back and like maybe look at each other's feeds. So photo editing, that my number one tips for taking photos: take photos outside or take photos by a window in natural light. If you're taking photos at night or when it's dark, it looks poorly. And we all know that, right? But sometimes you don't know why, but you're like, how come my photo doesn't look as good as XYZ? It's like they're inside too, right? So taking photos outside is number one. Taking photos, like, so if I was in this room now, I obviously have overhead lights on, but if I was going to take a photo in this room, I would literally go over to this window and set up my stand right here, or like my little phone on the ledge, and I would be here. Geez, because the light's coming this way. So definitely, like, you need to be in front of the window and have the phone be like, so the window, phone, and then you. That's the best way to take photos. And what else? So you can there's a million different photo editing apps. For me, you'll find that if you are using, like, yes, get comfortable asking your spouse and friends to take pictures of you when you're out doing things. Like, it is so awkward at first. You're like, oh, would you mind taking my picture? And then you're like, don't want to do it, but seriously, just do it. I remember Carmen was like, I propped that phone up on a hay bale. It was like the best picture I've ever seen of her. It was with your black shoes. But like, you just get creative, and like everywhere I am all day long, I'm like content, right? Like, you just don't know, like, when I'm wearing a different sweater or whatever. So anyway, like, I'm always thinking about it. I'm always like, if we didn't have the family emergency today, I would have been on my stories a million times and probably taken some photos, right? Just because that's what I do. But anyway, so editing. So I actually bought a preset from something called Light and Airy Photog. It's an Instagram page or a website. That's the Instagram handle. And I bought their preset. I think I don't even remember, probably like $20 or something like that. And then there's instructions when you get it. So anytime you could even buy a preset off Etsy for like $3.99. Okay. Sometimes they're a crapshoot because you don't really know how the photos look. But my point to that is, when you are editing a photo with the preset, if the photo itself is shitty lighting, even with the edit, it's probably not going to look very good. So like, it does matter if you take your photo outside. It does matter if you prop up by a window and have the window come toward you. Like, it really does matter. It makes a big difference. And I wish I had an example to show you, but like, if you take, let me see if this would work. Yeah, this is a perfect example. Okay, this is an old ass photo of me in Austin at a Mexican restaurant outside. Okay, this is the original. Okay, I'm in the Lightroom app right now. So I literally have my filters loaded. So I just click bright whites. It looks like, yeah, it brightened it up, but it's like horrible photo. Like, that looks awful, right? It's like glary and weird. So my point is, yes, I was outside, but it was at nighttime. It was like way before night mode on phones, but that looks awful. So like, I probably would never post that. But if you're taking a photo that's a nice photo outside in the daylight, it's going to look a hell of a lot better with a filter. So again, like here's a photo of Austin with no filter, baby Austin. And then I have my filters. Oops, those are old filters I had. Why? Where are you? Let's see. Oh, user presets. Okay. And then you just literally click and then it brightens it up. And that is it looks so good. So this is before, after. And like, I know it's hard to tell with the glare, but you know what I'm saying? Like it literally looks so much better because he's outside. The colors pop, it's bright. So there's no shadows. So you can literally find different presets on Etsy. So Erica said, I'm super cheap and bought 2 bundles from Lou and Mark's for $10. They have sales right now for $7. Amazing, right? Like you don't need to spend $1 million. But Erica, do you use Lightroom? Yeah, so that's like the best app in order to upload, and I'll show you what that looks like. At the middle one right there, the LR, it's a Adobe Photoshop app. It's free to download. And then you just literally download your presets they send you an email, and then you upload them to the Lightroom app, and then you can just filter them on all your photos. But again, like there are a lot of different ones and they come in a bundles. Like the one I got, there's like bright whites, classic, black and white, and I downloaded them twice. So there's like 4 different ones in the pack that I got, but you can see like huge difference. And it's like just this click of a thing that literally takes me 5 seconds. And because I now know how I take photos, I don't really have to worry about, like, I know that the filters are going to look good because of how I take the photos outside, or because I'm like, you know, in the best lighting. And also sunny photos, if you're in the bright sun, is probably going to be crappy. Or if you're in shadows, it's probably going to not turn out so well. So, you know, shaded areas completely are a lot better, you know, and you just like learn as you go. But that's another thing, like take your stand with you. And then I also wanted to talk about setting up a time weekly to take photos. If you're not used to being on the go, like if you can't, if it doesn't work with your schedule. But like Carmen gets ready and looks like a fucking supermodel every day. So like she's taking photos daily because she looks amazing, right? So yes, you do. Yes, you do. So you know what I mean? So it's like she looks freaking bomb. So like of course I would want to take a photo of that every day. And she has great clothes, like different outfits and stuff. I'm like wearing the same sweatshirt every single day. And you're like, oh, good, that one again. Perfect. But you know, like you have to go change and like make it work, right? Like we're not all, you know, Carmen. Okay. So anyway, point being, those are some of my tips. And then, batching content. So like on a Saturday, even still, or on Sunday, when Austin's gone golfing on Sunday mornings, I will literally go outside with my ring light, and take the phone and put it in there and literally go around my backyard, which by the way, is very small and kind of like not cute right now, especially in the winter, and take photos. Or in my office with really good lighting, because that's nice and white and bright, right? Take photos. Like have photos on hand, because there are a million times, I don't know if you can relate to this, there are a million times where I know what to say, but I don't have a photo. And it's so annoying. And then I'm like, well, shit, I look like shit. It's dark outside. It's been raining all day. Like I don't want to go take a photo right now. Right. And so that's the biggest key, is to be prepared, just like you would with anything else, and like be prepared. So, so yeah, those are some tips. But I would literally, like before, when I was working full time and coaching and all the things, I would batch photos every single weekend. And Carmen's like nodding, like yes, because how are you also supposed to be prepared? And then I was going to show you, what I used to do is use this awesome app or website called later.com. And I'm telling you this because you don't actually have to schedule posts. Instagram actually hates it right now. Like the algorithm hates if you pre-schedule posts with an app. But my point is, this is a really cool thing, because you could actually use this app or the website to plan out your content. Hey, I'm struggling with social media. I'm posting once a week and I'm really struggling to figure out what to post, when to post. This app is free. And also there's another one called Planoly. So I'm going to do later.com and then Planoly. They're both apps as well. And then here's like a piece right now. So, but it's a free scheduler. So you take a photo, you edit it on your phone, you upload it to the app on later. And then for me, I personally would come over here. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Come over here and then write out my captions and have them ready to go. And then you can send a reminder from here, your phone, and say, you have a post ready to go. And then, yeah, I haven't done this for a while. But like all of these were on walks, like random ass walks, and I brought jackets, like same pants, this shirt I wore under this sweater, and then I brought this jacket. This is all in the same walk, right? But different location. Well, these were the kind of the same, but like different locations, right? So basically, what I do, like, is I would literally take this over here and drag it over here and say, okay, so on Monday, tomorrow, I'm gonna post. Monday night is normally really good for me. Drop it here. And then what I'm going to say is, whatever, I'm talking about walking, and that's my challenging myself with 10,000 steps or whatever. Like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, write your caption. And then you can even do your hashtags, and you can say save. So push notification will be sent to one device. So what this means is I will literally get a notification at 4:10 p.m. tomorrow with that photo from later, and it's going to say you have a scheduled post ready to post. So then what I can do, say, okay, save. And so then tomorrow at 4:10, I'm going to get that thing right before the team call, and I'm going to get this, and it's going to say, oh yeah, okay, we can have that. So then I'm going to say, okay, post. And so then I'm going to go ahead and post my captions there. My hashtags are there. I don't have to think about it. All I'm doing is going to post. And then I'm going to stay on my phone for a few minutes after I post and engage with people. And how I do that, my system is, as soon as I post, I'll go to the previous photo and comment back to all the commenters. And then go back and then engage with people that liked my last photo, because then they're going to say, Style Me Lauren liked your photo. Style Me Lauren responded to your story. And then they're going to go back to my photo because I literally just posted, and they're going to see the new, oh, she posted a new photo, and see that photo. Right. So that's a really great way. If you are struggling to post and struggling, look up baby Addie. If you're struggling to schedule, like, that's what I would do. So I drag all these photos out here. Okay, so then Tuesday I'm going to post at noon, my hashtag. And I know that you guys already know this, but like I obviously like I use my notes every single freaking day. And like these are notes here that I have from the training I did. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You are your own greatest project. I listened to that on something, and then I randomly went to my notes, typed that in, and used it for later. And I actually already used that, right? So like I am constantly, like, this is a post I wrote. And I'll just type it up whenever I'm feeling like it in my notes. You don't even have to log into the app. Just type it in your notes. And then this is another one. This is like all these notes that I have, right? So, right, problems need energy to live, right? Like whatever, like these are random thoughts I have, okay? And I'm constantly typing them in my notes so that clean bathroom, that sounds like a lot of fun. So that, so that you know what to do. You have ideas. So then I would just take that and copy it in here. And if I'm feeling creative, I'm going to sit here and type out 4 posts at once because I'm in the mood. Grab a glass of wine, start typing, and like let it flow if you're in the mood to write. Like, don't just try to feel like shit, I haven't posted in 2 days. I need to write one tonight. I'm not creative. Like, no, don't. Why would you even post if you're in that mindset, Okay, so and by the way, like, depending on how long you've been doing this, like, nobody remembers your photos and nobody remembers your captions. So like, go back to your Instagram, and it's a pain in the ass on your phone, so don't do it on your phone. Go to your Instagram on your computer and literally scroll back like a year or however long you've been doing this, and copy the caption from one of your photos and use it again. Like, if you can't remember what you wrote, no one else is going to remember what you wrote. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely do that. So like, go back to something that was inspiring to you, that you were feeling good, and literally copy it and put it in your thing. I mean, I would go back probably a little while, but Like no one remembers like what this is. You know what I'm saying? 5 ways to get motivated. Perfect, right? Hell yeah, people probably want this again. 11 weeks ago. And then I'll just change the bottom and copy and paste that till later. Okay, yeah. So you said Mondays are usually good for me. How often are you looking for at insights and what are you focusing on? This is a fantastic question. So number one, if you guys don't know where your insights are, it's a really good idea to look. I personally, so if you saw that on the later app, this is very interesting. So it kind of said that noon was good. So these are the days for my like the hottest times during the day. So saying Tuesday at 6:20 in the morning and at noon, and then at noon, and then at 10:35 at noon. So I experimented with this, and that's a bunch of bullshit. Like that did not work for me. Noon is not my time to post. The best time for me to post based on my own personal feedback with getting comments and likes for regular posts or carousel posts with multiple photos is at night. But I'll post a reel anytime day or night because I'm not looking for likes or I'm not looking for that on reels. My Coco Melon reel that went viral with 135,000 views, that went viral after 2 weeks of me posting it because it was a trending song and the trend finally caught up. So I don't care about reels, like post reels anytime, day or night. But the post for me, the consistency is at nighttime. But if you're like stressing about it and you're like, well, I discussed tonight, but whatever, for a reel, just post it. Don't be so worried about the reel. But for a post, I mean, I would say probably consistency is best. Like I used to post every single day, like 7 p.m. And like try it for literally 3 weeks and see what happens. See if your likes go up. Because I think people, and the weekends are different. Like weekends are kind of like a free for all. I think Sunday mornings are really hot and Sunday evenings are really hot because everyone's just chilling on their phone. But the weekdays for sure for me, like evenings, absolutely 1,000% better than mornings or during the day. Okay, so Brock Johnson's feed, he's talking about carousel. A carousel is more than one photo in one. So like you see when you have the little dots on the little squares on the corner, that means that there's multiple photos here. One is 5 photos. So if I can help it, the carousel just means that you're swiping through multiple photos. I don't know why it's being piece. Oh, that's so weird. It's like glitching and not showing the same photo. Wait, if I can help it, I will not post a single photo anymore because the algorithm is not what's the word, benefiting. The algorithm does not like single photos. The algorithm likes carousel photos more than regular photos. So don't just do a single photo. And you could, if you look at my feed, there's like 2 times where I did that in the last month and everything else is a carousel. Also, Brock will say a carousel is also like the text one. The text one, for me, they get the least likes out of anything I ever post. But if you're sharing real value like that, you'll often see that people will save it. And you can see it by saying view insights right here. The internet is really being bad here, but it'll show you who saved it, who sent it to people, the likes or whatever, or that's when you know that you're sharing value. Some people say, so if you're sharing a recipe, if you're sharing whatever, and you see that, that's a huge indicator that Instagram's going to push those photos or those whatever up because you're sharing value. Okay, other questions or comments? Oh yeah, the notebook. Okay, let's really quickly go to our here. Okay, so This is Carmen. So Carmen has done a great job at, look at how beautiful these easy nutrition 75 hard progress photo. Anybody coming to her page at a quick glance knows what she's doing because these are easy to read and pretty. Like I've done a shit job of that. I need to go back and so sorry. Sorry. Go up. You guys hear me again? Oh my gosh, so sorry. Okay. So Carmen, so I'm looking at her feed, like, and this is like what we should all do with each other. And like, I would honestly say like find a partner on the team and be like, hey, like, do you want to do this like every couple of weeks? Because I think this is a great exercise. So, okay, I'm seeing kids, mini horse, right? A before and after photo, amazing. Boot camp, this looks like a recipe, you know, obviously working out, you know, pretty photos here, and then like lifestyle shots too, right? So like I know from this feed that there's Carmen has a daughter, and that I see easy nutrition, I see a recipe, I see sports bra and a before and after. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I would say that this reel, I have no clue what that's about. That one, nor this one. I have absolutely, actually, I don't know what any of these three are about, except that you look beautiful as hell there. And that, you know, maybe you're sweating here from a workout, but like, other than that, I don't know. These photos are cute, but you know, and that's photos, right? So that's great. So yeah, and I will say too, like, depending on what photos perform well for you individually, I would say this lifestyle type of photo, this of you and Camilla, and that's a reel, but maybe that, like, photo wise, I would say that these probably have higher likes than, you know, I don't know, but like, then whatever. So I would say an improvement area could be making cover photos for reels, and putting captions on the reel so that people know, have like more things to like jump out at you, for sure. But love the transformation photo that's right here. And your highlights. As well as happiness. No, seeing your page, you know, that's what you're about. So that's great. Great. Oh my God, that's so cool. Anyone have any questions while this is loading at a dinosaur base? Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, if that's not gonna work, let me go to my phone. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Lindsay, living healthy with Linz. So we see here, right, so like this is cute, right? And then I get sassy, but like we don't know what that's about. So like someone might click that because they're interested in knowing what you get sassy about. But like it might actually be better if you had like a little caption there. And then yeah, so maybe this is a recipe, maybe not. And then, you know, this is actually interesting because I was thinking about this. People might come to your page and think you're Zaya because they of the back, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I just saw that and I was like, well, that's interesting. I wonder if people think that she's a Zaya rep. And you know, product here, I would like, honestly, I would consider not having the product in the photo because people might like look at that and then like maybe think that you might try to sell them on that, you know, not sure, might not matter at all. Before and after is awesome. This captions was bumped up a little bit, that was good. This photo outside. And then I think you posted something that was like a graphic today. So like that consistency, have, you know, like motivational, more graphic. This photo is great of you with the food before and after. so yeah, I mean, I would say, and I know based on you like just doing more would be better. Um, and then definitely brightening up your photos a little bit, I think too. And I think that would just, even if you didn't want to do a filter, or just like using like just literally like the brightness thing on your phone, like literally just brightening up your photo. I do that all the time. But like this photo looks great. Like if this photo was, like, do you see the difference between these two photos? Like this one looks so freaking good. And this one looks great, but it's not like as good as this. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you're closer, you're in the frame. It's like super cute, like spacing wise in the frame. And yeah, again, like a little brighter. Honestly, add some more color to your feed. And I know you have so many cute workouts, you use whatever too, color, I think, but more. And I think what gets tricky for me too are greens, because I use a lot of greens and I'm often outside, and so I struggle with like the consistency and using so many different and having like green. And so sometimes a filter helps with that, because like the green, I have a lot of green, and so it's kind of hard. So I'm looking at this like, okay, maybe like the outside green here and then the green here, and like in the background, I don't know, maybe like a filter would help with the consistency and that coloring. And then I will say, like, I'll try, and I know this is like being like nitpicky, but like I'll try to not do pose. The next one for sure I would do that was maybe like outside and like farther away, so that you get like the variety of different shots. But love both transformation, love the food, the product here, but like you're obviously into fitness, like being amazing. Design, people could, you sell that, or that could just be like you love that product. Some people could totally connect with people on that. And again, by the way, guys, this is just like my opinion, right? So like I don't know everything. So again, like, and on the team and ask, or I don't want to, it's not just my opinion. So okay, so Erica's page, I would say the first thing is there are no captions. But looking at you, babies before and after, smoothie recipes, great lighting. The kitchen, like, to me, look this without caption, it looks very random. I'm like, okay, maybe you just like having a clean kitchen, right? Like I don't know that that's that's a realtor thing and you're talking about that, but again, maybe it doesn't matter. Babies, work clothes is good. This is funny if that was moved up a little bit more. I like this one can be funny, but I have no idea. I mean, overall, I like the like far close up, far with babies, before and after, just like real big. So it's like I feel like there's a really good balance here, and then obviously fitness here. So you have fitness, fitness is kind of fitness because you're in your fitness outfit, So, and this is your new smoothie. So I feel like that's a really good balance. I think I would change, like add captions, and then if you do more realtor stuff, like I have no clue you're a realtor from now, unless unless they had captions. But other than that, I think it looks great. And I could definitely tell a difference when you started using that filter. Looks really good. I don't know if anyone else cares. Okay. Just want or us? Does anyone have any comments or? Oh wait, let me see the chat below. Oh, dinner at in-laws. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Okay. Questions, ideas, anything? Oh, it's breaking up. Shit. It's really bad here. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, that's all I have. I'm so sorry about the connection. I did want to talk about the group. So Nola is doing her own group. So feel free to do your own group. I know that Erica and I and Carmen are going to be doing a what's it called? Gift guide group. And I actually reached out to a couple like micro bloggers and I was like, hey, like this would be a great group for you to invite your following. So if there's any bloggers that you follow that you would feel comfortable reaching out to, highly recommend inviting them to join us, because you could say to them, I know that you're affiliated with Like to Know It. You could absolutely use your links. And like in that situation, what I would do is just say, okay, like you have Monday, Wednesday, Friday when you do the post and you can use your links, and whoever else is a blogger could use their links, whatever. So just saying it that way. If you have an Amazon store, whatever, so just kind of throwing that out there for them too, like another way for them to capitalize on income this season.
I love that.
Yeah, I reached out to like 10 bloggers yesterday and I was like, right, like why not?
I'm totally gonna do that tonight.
Yeah, and so you can say, yeah, like you can utilize your Like to Know It. There's another blogger in there, and we'll just take turns on links. Why not? It's a great talking point. Okay.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking to, and this is completely switching gears, but I was talking to someone that's interested and wants information. And it's like I've always had, like, not to say a script, but I already have like all the things in my head. Well, now we have the Glow and Go, which is great. And now we have this live workout thing, which is great. But I feel completely overwhelmed with all the things to explain. I'm like, shoot, how do I how do I give all the options without them being like, oh my God, this is a lot, never mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So personally, what I would do first off, and this is like for you and them, is just offer the normal deals and just start including the Go and Glow. In the new share cart, it will say, and would you like to include 30-day free trial of Body? Yes. Or upgrade to the full year. So I would just do 30-day free trial for right now, and then mention it to them once you send them the link and say, hey, look, I got your Go and Glow, and I want you to know that just like normal, there's a 30-day free trial for Body. I said, if you try it and you love it, we can upgrade you to an entire, pack. But that's how I would do it, because at that point in time, they could cancel BOD and then get BOD and Body, which is kind of annoying. But at the same time, then they're not, so that's what I would do. Or I would go at it from like, there's a $300 bundle and this is what I sell, and you'll get everything you need. That's how much it costs to join me. And like literally try it. Because then you can break it down in the video and say you literally get all of this shit for a year. Like the live classes, the supplements, like I would say Shakeology, Energize, Recover, and then just, Jamie offers a deluxe pack, and I bet you she probably is now going to be the deluxe plus Body, and then she does good, better, best. So I would say this is these things, and then she uses, say, I use all of these things in the video, and then say if, you know, there are a couple other options for pricing, but this is what I use. Would you want to just do what I do, type of thing? And then maybe go from there and create a cart. So I would do either like the normal 30-day and like just add another pack in there, or, and the thing is like, yeah, like Hydrate's fine, Collagen's fine, like they're great products I use every day, but like I would prefer having people sign up with a deluxe pack with Energize, Recover, and Shakeology than Go and Glow, you know?
Okay, and so thank you, first of all.
Yeah.
So when I was looking in there last night, I did not see the deluxe package. So this is definitely something where you would just have to add on, right? Like it's not already pre-made, like in the past where it was. Now you're gonna have to add on your Recover and Energize or whatever, right?
No, it's in there. I just did one today.
Okay.
I think it's the second one in, like in the new platform. Like it's the second one in is what I sent earlier today.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I haven't sent that one, so that's good to know. Yeah. Okay, are we good? Any other questions? I hope the social media thing was helpful. I feel like it's a good reminder sometimes, even for me. And then, oh yeah, so for November group, do we want to start the 8th or we want to push it out to mid-November? Or the 8th? 8th, perfect, okay. We'll start the 8th. So for our group, we'll start the 8th, gift guides, holiday help, all of that, like really get on that. Okay, cool, 8th. And then, I was just gonna say one other thing. What was I gonna say? Can't remember. Oh, Peppermint Mocha comes November 2nd. This is a huge launch for our team. Okay. So if you have a Shakeology going anytime in the first week of November, push it back so you can order Peppermint Mocha so you can talk about it, because people want this for the holidays. It's like the #1 flavor that I have a list from like the years past, and it's like the #1 flavor that people want. It's so good. It's my favorite out of anything. Like if they had it year round, I would get it. So yeah, so please keep that in mind and make sure you push back your order if you want to try so you don't get both. November 2nd launch, vegan only, only packets. And then you guys, this is really random, but I was talking to Austin on the drive up here today, and he was like, I don't understand why Beachbody doesn't shout you out. And I was like, they're not just gonna shout me out. So he was like, well, you tag them, right? And I was like, no, I don't tag them because I don't want people going to the Beachbody thing. So I don't know, I'm thinking about starting to tag Beachbody in all my photos, in my reels, and on my stories, and hiding it. So on my photo, if I tag more than one thing, you can tag Beachbody and then tag yourself and cover Beachbody with yourself. It's not the ideal situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in the actual, like when you actually tag. My phone is being a piece of shit, but shoot, it's not being very good. It's not even, but I'm saying tag somebody in the photo, you can move the tag on the page. So I'm gonna see if it's gonna let me tag. So what, and then it'll say Style Me Lauren. Okay, add tag. So see right there. So see how I tag myself on my face, move that to the corner. So that would be Beachbody. And then I would move Style Me Lauren on top of Beachbody and as many other people to tag to hide Beachbody. So that when they click it, they're not seeing Beachbody first. That's what I would do. And I'm going to start tagging them in my stories. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I just want to let you know. Okay, that's all. Let me take a little boomerang and then let's go. Enjoy our evenings. Thanks for being patient with the beautiful outage there. Noletta, do you want to get on this? Lindsay? No? Okay.
Oh wait, I'm trying.
Yeah, hold on, it's trying too.
I was like, bye. I don't think Kayla's. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Guys. much. I'll recording and have a great night. Bye.
Bye.